हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्य लीला चैप्टर 23 टेक्स्ट 101 ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः आचार्यपादाय नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जया पताका स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमः आचार्यपादाय नित्याय कृपा प्रदायिने गौरकथा दामादाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नमो महाबोधन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतस्वे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सा पदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देव श्री राधा कृष्ण पदां सागणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांदा राधा कांदा नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर सरस्वती गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरा निताय बोलो रे सवार। वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरा निताय बोलो रे सवार। वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरा निताय बोलो रे सवार। कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम गौरा निताय। कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम गौरा निताय। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवा तुम्हें। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण चैतन्य चरितामृत टेक्स्ट 101 This brief description in the elaboration of the ultimate goal of life. Indeed, this is the fifth and ultimate goal which is beyond the platform of liberation. It is called Krishna Prema, Premadhana, the treasure of love for Krishna. Previously, empowered your brother Rupa Goswami to understand these mellow. I did this while instructing him at the Dasa, Dasa, Dasaswa, Dasaswamedha Ghata in Paryaga. O Sanatana, you should broadcast the revealed scriptures on devotional service and exec- uh, ex- ex- execute execute the lost places of pilgrimage in the district of Mathura. Establish devotional service of Lord Krishna and Radharani in Vrindavan. You should also compel bhakti scriptures and preach the bhakti cult from Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told Sanatana Goswami about proper renunciation according to a particular situation, and the Lord forbade dry renunciation and speculative knowledge in all respects. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is always satisfied, forgiving, and self controlled, and who is engaged in devotional service with determination and mind and intelligence. Dedicated to me, such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. He by whom no one is put into difficulty or anxiety, and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is liberated from jubilation, anger, fear, and anxiety is very dear to me. A devotee who is not dependent on others but is dependent solely on me, who is clean inwardly and outwardly, who is expert, indifferent to material things without cares and free from all pain, and who rejects all pious and impious activity is very dear to me. One who is free of all material jubilant hatred, lamentation, and desire, who renounces both materially auspicious and materially inauspicious things, and who is devotee to me is very dear to me. One who is equal to friend and enemy, who is uh, equiposed in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infame, who is always free from attachment to material things and always grave and satisfied in all circumstances, who does not care for any residence and who is always fixed in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me. Devotee, uh, devotee who follow these impressible religious principles of Krishna consciousness with great faith and devotion, fully accepting me as the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Are there no ton clothes living on the common road? Do the trees which exist for maintaining others no longer give alms in charity? Do the rivers being dried up no longer supply water to the thirsty? Are the caves of the mountains now closed? Or above all, does the unconquerable Supreme Personality of Godhead not protect the fully surrendered souls? Why then should learned persons like devotees go to flatter those who are intoxicated by hard earned wealth? Thereafter, Sanatana Goswami inquired from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about all the conclusive statements concerning devotional service, and the Lord very vividly explained all the conditional meanings of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the revealed scripture Hari Vansa, there is a description of Goloka, Vrindavana, the planet where Lord Sri Krishna eternally resides. This information was given by King Indira when they surrendered to Krishna and offered praise after Krishna and raised Govardhana hill. Illusory stories opposed to the conclusion of Krishna consciousness concern the destruction of the Yadu dynasty. Krishna disappearance, the story, the Krishna and Balrama arise from a black hair and a white hair of Kisro Kisro Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and the story about the kidnapping of the queens, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami the proper conclusions of the stories. Sanatana Goswami, the humble, accepted his position as lower than a piece of straw and symbolically holding some straw in his mouth, he fell down, uh, clasped the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and submitted the following petition. Sanatana Goswami said, "My dear Lord, I am a very low-born person. Indeed, I am a servant to low-born people. Therefore, I am very, very downtrodden. Nonetheless, you have taught me conclusions unknown even to Lord Brahma. The conclusions that you have you have told me are the ocean of the ambrosia of truth. My mind is unable to approach even a drop of that ocean. If you want to make a layman like me dance kindly, bestow your transcendental blessing by placing your lotus feet on my hand. Now, will you please tell me, let whatever I have instructed all be fully manifested unto you by blessing me in this way. You will give me strength to describe all this." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then placed his hand on Sanatana Goswami's head and blessed him, saying it, "Let all these instructions be manifested to you." Thus I have briefly described a discussion of the ultimate goal of life, love of Godhead, the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cannot be described expensively. Whoever hears the instruction given to Sanatana Goswami by the Lord comes very soon to realized love of God, Krishna. Hare Krishna. I will